he went to the belly of the beast to say all of this?
The new president, especially if it's President Trump, not because of retribution, not because he's a dictator, but because he has the power of the American people behind the next conservative administration is going to be governed by one principle: destroying the grasp that political elites and unelected technocrats have over the average person.
Hello, friends. Welcome to the YouTube channel. Listen, I don't know how this man got himself an invitation at Davos among the elites at WEF. I don't know how that happened, and I don't care. What I care about is what he just said. And I want you to watch this video to the end, friends. Like and subscribe to the page if you happen to be new. Click the bell icon for more. Listen, man. The nice, lovely gentlemen and women at Davos says their primary concern this year is misinformation, disinformation. Listen.
Global business community, the top concern for the next 2 years is not conflict or climate. It is disinformation and misinformation.
Is it that bad? Or is it because the word has come out and people are now aware of the diabolical plan of such a movement to enslave the masses? So now anything that is being said against the narrative is misinformation and disinformation. And that's our primary concern for the next 2 years. Anyway, you know, the interesting thing, some of the things that these people believe, okay? But I want you to hear what they say in this video.
You here in this room.
Klaus Schwab, the founder of the WEF, is particularly upfront and even proud of his ability to shape and influence world politics.
I created the community of global shapers as a means, as a force to shape our common future.
And of course, their Global Young Leaders program is a grooming ground so that when they ultimately infiltrate cabinets,
We penetrate the cabinets.
they will likely tend to govern a certain way.
Nobody will be safe if not everybody is vaccinated.
That's the problem. Anyway, much more could be said about these folks. You already know who they are, where they stand. They believe that the future is not just happening. The future is built by us.
The future is built by us, by a powerful community as you here in this room.
Okay, we hear you. I mean, I thought God was in charge. Forget it. Modern day deities, self-proclaimed little g gods. Anyway, let's move on with that being said. But, you know, Jesus' name is not mentioned at all in their presentations. I wonder why. But we do have a witch doctor, though. I don't know what she's saying. All right, okay. I don't know. Maybe she's blessing them. How about you guys have a word of prayer? But no, we can't have that. Because we had a few Christians who went there at Davos. Hey, the one thing you can't talk about at Davos, what is that? Jesus Christ? You can't talk about that. God help us, indeed. We don't want no Jesus. We take anything else and everything else, but no Jesus. You can promote communism. The WEF says you will own nothing and you be happy. You can promote fascism. That's a working definition of Klaus Schwab's belief in the merger of the big business and big government. You can promote drug use. Oh, yeah. Says in the video game, drugs are the future of the mankind. You can even promote Islamic terrorism. Yesterday, I saw 100 Antifa protesters chanting in support of Hamas. But the one thing you can't talk about here in Davos is Jesus Christ. I wonder why. Why do you think? I'm just saying. Anyway, friends, they said, and I had to look that one up too, they said that you don't have a right. You don't have an individual right anymore.
And the world will look differently after We have gone through this transition process.
Can you translate that for us? What is he really talking about?
He's talking about us essentially giving up individual national sovereignty and giving up individual freedoms and turning over rule to experts.
How about no? But here is the man. Thank you for waiting. Here is the man. I don't know how he got there, who invited him, what the purpose was. This much I know. Dr. Kevin Robert went to the belly of the beast to give the globalists a clear message. Americans will not tolerate a woke agenda and strip them of self-governance and liberty. Friends, they are in for a rude awakening. I love, wow. Listen to what this man says in this video, friends, because what he says is what I feel like saying. but what he's saying here, by all means, are the things that many of us are already saying and thinking.
One thing that Davos, you might say, and the people come here stand up for, is liberal democracy.
It's laughable that you would, or anyone would, describe Davos as protecting liberal democracy. I'll be candid here because I think I've been invited here to be candid. Elites tell us that open borders and even illegal immigration are okay. The average person tells us in the United States that both rob them of the American way of life. Elites also tell us that public safety isn't a problem in big American cities. Just travel to New York or Washington or Dallas, Texas. The average person will tell you that the lack of public safety damages not just the American way of life, but their life. Elites tell us that we have this existential crisis with so-called climate change. The solutions, the average person know, cost more human lives, especially in Europe during the time that you need heating, than do the problem and the problems themselves. The fourth, China. The number one adversary, not just to the United States, but to free people on planet Earth. Not only do we at Davos not say that, we give the Chinese Communist Party a platform. And fifth, as we sit here, another supranational organization, the World Health Organization, is discussing foisting gender ideology upon the global South. These are practices that are under review, if not being rejected, by countries in Northern Europe. The new president, especially if it's President Trump, will, as you like to say, trust the science. He will understand the basic biological reality of manhood and womanhood. And do you know why? Not because of retribution, not because he's a dictator, but because he has the power of the American people behind him. Let me just correct the slight assertion you made there. We want Ukraine to win. We want to see Ukraine win with a lot more help from European allies. I think the United States has a role. Heritage has been clear about this for 2 years now, that there is a world in which we support military aid for Ukraine. Our first obligation in foreign policy is to look at it through the lens of what's best for the American citizen. Joe Biden has done a god-awful job in articulating what that is. The kind of person who will come into the next conservative administration is going to be governed by one principle, and that is destroying the grasp that political elites and unelected technocrats have over the average person. And if I may, I will be candid and say that the agenda that every single member of the administration needs to have is to compile a list of everything that's ever been proposed at the World Economic Forum and object all of them wholesale.
Oh, man, that was beautiful. I could watch this over and over again. Friends, this is how it's done. I don't know how this, that's what I said in the beginning. I don't know how this man got invited to this place. At least Jesus could not come. Well, he sent somebody. Somebody got in there and give them a piece of his mind. I mean, what else do you want to hear? Like, this is how we feel. This is how all of us feel. These folks, man, they are living under a rock if they think the American people is just going to lay down. They don't lay down. Like, are you serious? Like, what do you think you are? This is not communist China. This is not some strange third world country. This is the United States of America. Do you know how much we value our freedoms and constitution in this country? I'm just sitting here watching this film. I'm like, yo, guys, y'all, this ain't gonna work. I'm just letting you know. It's not gonna work. And if you think this is gonna go down without a fight, you better brace yourself. It's not gonna happen. They will not give up their freedom. They will not give up their conscience. Do you understand how people value this stuff over here? But anyway, with that being said, I love this man. I love this man. He went to the belly of the beast. Kevin Roberts. He said everything I wish I could say. He said it much better than we could ever do, because he spoke the truth, man. He spoke the truth. And I love this because, especially in the time when people are like afraid of sugarcoating things, there goes a brother. There goes a man who went into the belly. Like, we are afraid of talking online to people we don't want to hurt feelings. He went to the belly of the beast. We are afraid of saying the things that needs to be said because we want thumbs up. We don't want no thumbs down. Oh, we don't want the angry mob to come get us. And sometimes they are lunacy and crazy indeed. I agree with you. But we are afraid of speaking the truth because, you know, I'm saying I don't want people to be upset with me. Really? He went to the belly of the beast. What excuse do we have? You know, it takes men like this, though. I don't know if you call them outliners and so on, outliers. They just, this is what it takes to disrupt the chain of command. This is what it takes to bring about change. Somebody to step out of line and say the things that needs to be said. Now, why did they invite him? Probably to make it feel as though they care about what he has to say. Probably just to say, hey, guys, we are not one-sided. We do hear other people's opinion now. That doesn't mean you're going to listen. That doesn't mean you're going to change your ways. Unrepentant. But I guess it's just good on camera just to say on record, oh, we had one of those guys there at one time. You know, I don't know why they've done it. This much I know. He spoke the truth. Friends, Jesus says, it is the truth that sets people free. We must speak and preach the word, be instant in season and out of season, reprove, rebuke, exalt with all long suffering and doctrine. For the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine, but after their own lusts, they shall heap to themselves teachers having itching ears. They shall turn away the truth from hearing. They shall turn away their ears from hearing the truth, and they shall be turned unto fables. You know, like George Orwell said it, man. In a time of universal deceit, telling the truth is a revolutionary act. And I love it. Link in the description below. Like and subscribe to the page. Click the bell icon for more. I'll put a link in the description so that you can check it out and share some love to the content creator as well. Do you enjoy this video? Share your thought and perspective with me. Have a good one.